Welcome to Design with Miyoshi. Today we're going to make a new part. We're going to start the trailer for the semi, and we're going to start with the bottom. Now I have the drawing of the semi bottom open because I want to look at this for the height and for the width and the placement of my holes for the axles.
But first, I want to thank Northwest Technical Products for sponsoring this video. If you are part of an educational institution in Washington, Alaska, Oregon, Idaho, or Montana, contact Northwest Technical Products for all your SolidWorks and other technical needs. Thanks, Andrew, and all the crew at Northwest Technical Products.
I'm going to make this thing 4.5 inches wide, and we're going to put the holes for the dowels right above the axles. If I wouldn't do that, if I was, well, I would do that if I was making this because dowels will make that wood just the same strength. So, all right, let's get started. Of course, I'm going to make a new part. Well, the other thing about going back and forth between here, I'm going to make this guy another inch taller because it needs to be, the base needs to be taller so it fits on top of the base of the semi. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to start with the sketch like always. With the sketch, we're going to do this in the front plane. And all I'm going to do is make some, let's make the top even with the origin. I'll do something like this. And let's see, and chain, and let's go from here, and something like that. All right, and I'll select, so right click and selected, and then I'll do some smart dimensioning. We'll make this guy from here to here. And instead of just mentioning that back edge, sometimes I like to do it this way. So I'm going to make this 2 space 17, oops, what was it? 9:30 seconds. And 9/32. Hope that's not right. 9:30 seconds. Must have been. I'll just take it from the other drawing. It needs to be, instead of 1.8125, it needs to be 2.8125. So there we go. And let's make this guy 4 decimal places. And that's the height of that. We're going to make this guy. Oops, let me make it there. Okay. And I will make it from that end straight down. Select, right click and select. Let's see, what was it? That's a 1/2 inch there, so let's go ahead and make it a 1/2 inch again. So let's make that guy 1/2 inch. And we're going to make this guy 4.5. I'll do 4 space 1/2. And let's go put the origin instead of there. Let's put the origin on the, oops, that's it, get out of smart dimension. I'll click on that guy, delete it, and we'll do add relation. Let's put the origin and that endpoint, put them together, coincident. There we go. Now I just have to make sure I know what this distance is. Oh, this needs to be more than that. We're going to make this 5.5 inches. Let's go to make this guy 5.5 inches. Because we want this guy to be 4.5 inches. Oh, let's move this guy over. Control the mouse. Go. So we'll mention this guy. It's going to be 4.5. And then we'll make a spline. Again, we'll just make that spline from the corner to the corner. No other points. Right click and select. And then we'll edit this spline by clicking on it. And we'll pull this guy. Make sure its angle is -90. We'll put this guy and make sure its angle is 0. Or, exactly, -180. That's 180. And then again, you have to click on this point here. Nope. And kind of decide where you want it to be. And again, I'll click on the -90 once I figure that out. And then this guy. And make it -180. And that looks pretty good. We'll just leave that like that. That's good enough. Click that for the spline. And there is my base. Now let's go ahead and do a. Oh, we can make the circles too for the axles. And let's go back to the other drawing and see I made those guys 4.375. Okay, so let's make the holes. I'll just make 2 of them here. Add a relation, not of the circle itself, so right click and select pivot section. Make these guys the centers horizontal to each other. And we'll also make the circles equal to each other. And okay. And then I'll go ahead and smart dimension this. I guess it's going to be 0.375. I think that was it, right? Make sure. 4.375. And then I'll dimension from the edge to the center. Nope, to the center. There we go. It's going to be 1 inch, I believe. Let's check again. That was like double check. 1 inch and then 2.5 to the center. From center to center. 2.5 from center to center. 2.5. And then, of course, we need to measure the height from here, from the bottom line to there to the center. And that is going to be. Oh, what happened there? Oh, there it is. So it's from the top, it's 1.125. So it's from the bottom, it's going to be, or from the top, it's going to be 2.125. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of that dimension. Dimension from the top. So we'll go from here to the center. And that is 2.125. 208. There we have it. Now I'm just going to go to features and I'll extrude my space. This guy's going to be 4.5. I want to do a midplane. And it's 4.5. There we go. Now let's do hole wizard. And again, I just want to have these holes. They're going to be 1/2 inch. So let's go ahead and 1/2 inch. 17 there's things. So 1/2 should be right here somewhere. There we go. 1/2. Yeah, we want to go blind. Sure, 1/2 inch down will be fine. Although I think my dowels are not quite that deep. Oh, 1/4 inch down. 1/4 inch down is all I need. So we'll go back here. 1/2 inch, 0.25. And then we'll go to positions. Again, remember, I want to just click on this face. That tells me where it's going to be. And let's look at the face directly. Go to the top. And I'll just put in 4 of these guys. And then I'll right click and select. Then we'll do some divisions. We'll make a number select this. I'll click on this guy, vertical. This guy, make them vertical. This guy, make them horizontal. And the bottom two will make them horizontal as well. All right, then we'll just have to dimension this guy. I do want them from the center to the edge. We'll zoom out a little bit. And we'll right click, hold control, and middle mouse rather. There you go. That pans over. We're gonna make that 1. And then we'll do the distance from edge to the center. Let's do the same thing we did on the other drawing. So what we do there? 1.25, so I'll make it 1.25 there. 1.25. And then the distance from center to center is going to be a distance of 2. And let's go ahead and put this up. Let's see here. I'm going to middle mouse and just kind of turn this. Yeah, we'll make it same distance from there to there. Oh no, let's make it just an inch from there to there. So go back to the top again. And I'll dimension from this edge, or that center circle to the edge. We're going to make that just 1, just like that. And there we have it. Check on dimensions, hit the check on hole positions, and now if we turn this guy, we can see those are 1/4 inch deep, 1/2 inch diameter, and they're nice and beautiful there. So we'll save this guy up. We're gonna call this guy semi trailer. We're gonna call it bottom. I'll just call this 0, 1. Semi trailer bottom. Just have the 0, 1 in there because that way they're in order. Yeah, let's get it. Or rename it later. Semi trailer bottom. Hit save, and then I'll go ahead and do new, and we're gonna make drawing from the part. Don't think I missed anything there. All right, answer landscape A. And then of course, I like to come over here to the drawing, model item, or model view rather. Hit the next button there, multiple views, all at the top, front and right. And let's go ahead and make a isometric or trimetric or something. Let's make isometric on this one. We'll make sure it's got the hidden lines, and I like the sheet scale. So that looks good, check. And there we have it. Let's see, let's make this just a touch smaller. So I'll right click on this sheet 1 and go to properties. And then it's half scale. Let's make this guy, let's make it 1/4 scale. We could make it 3/8, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make it a little bit different scale. Properties. 3/8. 3/8 scale. That looks good. There we go. Move that front view up a little bit. Move the right view over a little bit. And that looks pretty good. Now what I want to do is I want to remember to put those center lines in there. So let's go ahead and do annotation. Well, let's go ahead and do model items. And we'll do select a feature and type model, import in all views, and check. And there we have most of the dimensions pretty well placed. So we'll leave that guy after touch. 5.5 looks good. 2.125 looks good. Let's change that to 3 decimal places. 5, that looks pretty good there. We'll pull the 4.5 down a touch. And this 0.44. Let's take that one out there, 2 decimal places. And we also want that to be 4x. So put the mouse in front there, 4 capital X space. Oops, no, 2 capital X. There's only 2 X space. And let's move it over just a little bit. There we go. If I don't need this right view, that's okay. We'll just leave it there. That's fine. That looks pretty good. We can make sure these guys line up actually, or not line up. There we go. Now they'll be lined up. And we'll move that out to the outside instead. There we go. It's probably a little better. There we go. All right. Last thing we got to do is we got to make sure we put the dimensions into the holes. Now, before we do that, I'll do sketch and I'll do a center line here. And I'll just go from the edge here to the edge there. Right click select or end chain. Go from the center here to the edge there to the edge there. Right click end chain. In there to in there. Right click end chain. And we'll just make sure that we know this. Come on. There we go. Right click select. Those center lines tell us that these guys are all lined up with each other. All right. Last thing, of course, we'll do smart dimension. All the same dimensions we did in the model. We'll go from that to the center. Doesn't like the center, so I'll grab the center line I just made. Put that out here. That's okay. It's fine. We'll go from this line to this line. Put that there. Again, it's driven. That's fine. I'll move that up just a touch. There we go. And we know the dimension from here to here, where to place it. If I don't really need it, since we don't try to build it out, that's okay. Put it there. And we'll do one last dimension from the front edge to that center line, and we'll make that here. Now let's pull this guy down. This one down just a touch, so it's a little more beautiful there. And there you have it. Again, I could probably get rid of that right view, but I'll just leave it there. It'll be fine. And then we'll click dimension. We'll zoom in here to the bottom. Control pan with the mouse. Right click sheet format, edit sheet format. Double click on the name and all caps. Double click on the date. And it's the 14th. And I'll double click in the middle here. I'm gonna start putting a different name. And I'll just highlight that guy and make it 14. And I'll double click on the title. Oops, double click on the bottom. Oh, I guess that's sorry. And the output. So used to using the shift key. Semi-trailer bottom. There we go. Click here somewhere. Right click sheet 1, edit sheet, and zoom out, and there we have it. The bottom of our tray there. So let's save that guy up. We'll say save all, and that's good. Hit save. There we have it. Our bottom for the semi-trailer. One thing I forgot to do before I save this guy, I forgot to turn off tangent just so you remember. Right click on the view, tangent edges, tangent remove, which I did after I stopped the video, but I figured I would come back in and just remember that. So remember, you got to do that on every view. Tangent edge, tangent remove, and I even did it over here on the other two views as well. Right click, tangent edge remove, and just remember to remove it on every view. And then remember, of course, save this guy up. And then do a save as and save it as PDF as well. All right. And I already saved it, so I'll just save it again. And there we have it. So remember to turn off those tangent edges as well. Oh, I also forgot to put in the dimension for the holes here. So let's put the hole dimension. Smart. Come on, smart dimension. There we go. So smart dimension here for this guy. And not only do we need to do that, we'll put in the depth of this guy. So hit enter, hit click on the dimension text, hit enter for the depth of 0.25. And we should put 4x in front of there since there's 4 of them. 4x space. There we have it. Yeah. So remember to make everything. Sometimes the dimensions don't show up when you bring in all the dimensions. It does that especially with your holes. When you make a hole wizard. But anyway, so there you have it. We'll do the next. We'll make the base for the trailer. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Design with Miyoshi.